Good morning, AHS. Today is Monday, March 30th, and it would have been a day one. Welcome to the first day of at-home announcements. We wanted to help restore some of the normalcy to everybody's daily routines, so I am working with Mr. Conrad and Mr. Brennan in the TV studio to bring to you all at-home announcements. For the time being, these will be airing each weekday rather, at 9 a.m. Bear with us as we work out the kinks and get everything figured out for the first couple of days. We have a lot of ideas with this, and once we get into the swing of this, things are going to look a lot more high-tech and cool than just me talking to you from my bedroom. But for the time being, at least for today, this is what we got. First, I would like to turn things over to Mr. Conrad, who really misses you all and has something he would like to say to all of you. So, go Mr. Conrad.
Good morning, AHS, and welcome to the first virtual announcements. Thanks to Mr. Brennan and to Trent for making this possible. The idea behind the virtual announcements, just to stay together, stay informed, and to give ideas for each other about what you're doing and how you're making it through. Please use the AHS News website to share ideas, share stories, and share Mr. Brennan's hashtag. We want to make sure that everybody stays safe and that we get through this together, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Stay tuned here for all kinds of information. We'll try to make sure that we use this as a conduit for getting you the information you need about what's coming up at AHS. Be safe.
Thank you, Mr. Conrad. Next, continuing along with our Famous Women in History Month, today we are celebrating Maya Angelou, a famous poet, singer, memoirist, and civil rights activist whose award-winning memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, made literary history as the first non-fiction bestseller by an African-American woman. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, as well as her other works, have been one of the loudest voices in the civil rights movement and explore subjects such as identity, rape, racism, and literacy, and illustrate how strength of character and a love of literature can help overcome racism and trauma. As you all are surely aware of by now, last week Governor Charlie Baker made the difficult but important decision of extending the school closures in Massachusetts through May 4th. In response to this, Superintendent Berman has instructed all of Andover's teachers to begin preparing to move forward with the curriculum starting on Monday, April 6th. There is still a lot of information about this that we are unsure of at this time that has not been communicated publicly, but you all can be expecting to be hearing from your teachers this week about their plans moving forward, and as we hear and find out more information, we will be reporting it here for you. We know that hearing about COVID-19 and the progressing situation can be difficult and upsetting for many of us to hear. I know I myself have had to step back from social media 2 times so far during this closure because it was just getting to be too much. So here on AHS News, we're going to stick to reporting the happy stories and progress that's being made. And here's today's happy story. Last week, Tufts University announced that it will be donating its resources to help with hospital overflow and relief. Now that all of their students are off campus, Tufts President Anthony Morocco has announced that they are opening their dorms on their Medford campus, along with a 94-unit dorm right next to Tufts Medical Center. And they will be allowing healthcare workers and patients who are expected to have the virus to self-quarantine in these dormitories. Additionally, he is allowing Tufts parking lots to be used for testing sites, dining halls at Tufts to donate food and cleaning supplies to the hospitals, and all of their school labs will be giving the hospitals extra personal protective gear such as masks and other equipment. Such significant donations of buildings and resources will help hospitals deal with sick and overcrowding individuals and their shortage of supplies, which will in turn allow doctors to see and treat sick individuals at a much faster rate. Thank you, Tufts. We know that social distancing can be very boring and upsetting, but we're here to remind you that it doesn't have to be all so bad. Today's social distancing tip of the day: if you're bored of being stuck at home every day, consider going for a hike. While several trails in Andover and nearby areas have closed now due to COVID-19, there are still a number of less popular trails that are still just as good that are still open, including Ware Hill in North Andover, Harold Parker State Forest here in Andover, and many of the Avis trails in Andover. As of the recording of this newscast, all of those trails are still open and they are absolutely gorgeous. You could even bring a friend or two as long as you're mindful of physical contact. And as always, wash your hands before and after your hike. We'll be coming back every day with more social distancing tips and suggestions. For those of you who are bored at home and are looking to use your creative side during this closure, we are launching an AHS video contest right here on AHS News. For all of the contest details, including how to register, visit bit.ly/AHS Video Contest 2020. That's all we've got for you today, AHS. In addition to our COVID-19 updates and suggestions, we will also be covering important announcements as they come in that we would have otherwise read during the H-Block announcements if we were still in school. As we move forward with these at-home announcements, we will also begin introducing new segments and other fun challenges, especially once the curriculum picks up again and our broadcast journalism students are able to help out too. We have a lot of ideas planned, don't you worry. This is not just going to be me sitting at my desk talking to you like I was today, I promise. For the meantime, post on social media with the hashtag #AHSAloneTogether to show everyone that we're all still here and we will get through this. If you have a story that you want covered, fill out the Google form on the AHS News website and we will get it in the next day's newscast. That's all for now, AHS, but I will see you again tomorrow. Hang in there.